Believe me, it's not lost on me the irony of asking the question of who's watching a multi-million stream channel when I myself am barely pushing like 100 views per video. It's something that I ask myself every night I fall asleep. Who the hell is watching? So Dr. Disrespect just came back to streaming after about a 2-month hiatus, and this is a clip from his first stream back.
I do. And yeah, I used Twitch's whispers, but trust me, I wasn't sexting anyone. You also said the word minor, Cody. I even made sure that word was emphasized in my statement, edited, etc., just to make sure these so-called journalists would pick up on it. And boy, oh boy, did they ever, champs.
In case you didn't know, so Dr. Disrespect is a guy that's had some struggles lately in the internet sphere, so to speak. He got banned from Twitch a few years ago, and no one knew why. There were speculations circulating throughout the years about what had happened, what maybe had gone on, what could have enticed a channel, a figure, a brand so big as Dr. Disrespect to get demonetized and kicked off, maybe not demonetized, but kicked off a platform as big as Twitch. Why would they kick this guy off and terminate his contract? And why was no one saying anything? That was the question on everyone's mind. And it boiled over into a stew pot of hot, stinging dough mess when Dr. Disrespect responded to allegations that he was texting a minor. He released a statement online, basically confirming that he was communicating with a minor on Twitch Whispers, which is why he got banned. Now, according to him, those whispers were not all that inappropriate, although they leaned inappropriate. However you want to take that is the way I guess you want to take it. But to me, that's basically admitting to texting a minor. And that's the way most people took it. You were inappropriately texting with a minor. And no matter how you want to slice it, dice it, and trice it, it's something that shouldn't have happened. And he deservedly so took a break. And we didn't know if he was going to come back. There was a time period where we didn't know if Dr. Disrespect would ever enter the streaming sphere. Enter 5 days ago, and he's back. And he's got some defenses with him. He's got some things to say. Now, to me, for someone who admitted to basically being a PDF file, again, you could take his statement however you will, but to me, that's what he admitted to being. You would think there was no coming back from that. Like, what are you gonna say to come back from this? Are you gonna say it was all a lie? Your account got hacked? What can you say? Well, let's find out, because he did respond. He did try to come up with some reasons for why and how this all went down, and how basically it's not his fault. And to be honest with you, I'm a little shocked at the audacity. But let's hear it from him, just in the court of fairness, and giving him an opportunity to explain himself. Let's see what he had to say here.
People want to show the message, release the messages, show the messages. What are we in, second grade?
So the first one we're gonna address is his response to showing the messages. If that's the best you got is, what are we in, second grade? You're cooked, buddy. Like, you're cooked. Like, I don't understand. If it was me and I was in this situation, I would be clamoring to release the messages. I would be like, here, like, bro, come hack I'll let you on my personal computer PC and you come check everything out. Like, do what you gotta do, because it's fine. I didn't do anything wrong. Like, that would be my attitude. If you can't do that, then you need to shut up. Just shut up about it. Because obviously there's something there you don't want us to see. Otherwise, release the messages.
I do. And yeah, I used Twitch's whispers, but trust me, I wasn't sexting anyone. You also said the word minor, Cody. I even made sure that word was emphasized in my statement.
He's trying to bust a Drake on us by saying that he planted the statement. He planted what's there. That doesn't make any sense. Whoever's buying this, like, you need to seek therapy. If you're thinking that this is a valid argument, I don't know what to tell you. texting a minor inappropriately. You planted that. We're gonna table that one for a second, for a minute. We'll come back to it. Let's go to the next one. His next defense.
The reality is, they wanted to cut down the doc. Plain and simple. Take a look at some of these horrendous acts of Twitch streamers that were never banned. I've got some examples right here. Example number 1. A streamer that frequently used the N-word while publicly streaming, which constitutes a violation of Twitch's policies if accompanied by hateful intent. Twitch scheduled a meeting with the streamer to ascertain his intent to determine whether his conduct was a violation of Twitch's policies, ultimately determining it was not a breach of Twitch's policies. Why wasn't I called into a meeting? Why wasn't my intent taken into consideration, champs? Example number 2. Streamer was reported for discussing doing things with deceased animals and discussing pedophilia, all while live streaming. Never suspended, but instead given a multi-million-dollar contract. Example number 3. Streamer was reported for a sexually explicit stream involving children and telling children to send Snapchats of them playing with themselves. Never suspended, but instead, given a multi-million-dollar contract.
Okay, so he's listing off things that other streamers have done that haven't gotten banned yet, which is a fair assessment. But that's more of a commentary on the whole streaming landscape and the platforms that allow these guys to continue to stream. But we're talking about you and your admission to texting inappropriately a minor. You're trying to distract, and maybe even, dare I say, no, we won't go that far. It's not about what these other people have done. Even though, yes, they maybe deserve to get banned, or even worse, on account of some of these allegations. I don't even know who these streamers are. All I know is that this guy admitted to inappropriately texting a minor, and you're not gonna point me away from that. No, that's not how that works. You behave appropriately because that's what you're supposed to do. You act in a proper manner, in a moral manner, because that's what you're supposed to do. Not because somebody else over here is doing things that are 10 times worse than whatever it is that you're doing. That's not a freaking defense. And if you think that that is, you have some problems. So the next one and the last one that we'll go over.
When you and all these so-called journalists, Cody, fired off your tweets, did any of you consider that the Twitch user may have been over the legal age of consent at the time of the messages? You didn't. Neither did any of these journalists, and neither did Twitch at the time of the ban.
Wait, so now you're saying it wasn't a minor? But if we go back and check the statement, you absolutely said it was a minor. Maybe I'm missing part of the video. Maybe I'm taking it out of context. I don't want to go and watch this dude. I don't want to give him the satisfaction of a view. He's already got too many views on that stream. But I think these arguments are weak. They're dumb. If you're falling into this trap, I feel bad for you. I definitely do. And it makes me sad. It makes me come to the question of who the hell is watching this dude? No, who the is watching this dude? Because ever since he's been back, his stream numbers have gone up. Before the statement, he was averaging about 500,000 views. Now, he's averaging about 1.5 million views. That's insane. Why is he getting more views? But it's scary that more people are watching him now than they were before, like seriously. And my thoughts on why this is happening, why I think this might be happening, is because one, people believe him. They believe what his story and what he's saying, or at least his defense, which is sad. We just went over his defense and it's fucking garbage. I wouldn't put that shit in a fucking courtroom. And then also too, maybe he's attracting some of the PDF filers. Maybe there's more of them out there than we realize, which is a fucking scary thought. And then lastly, sadly, maybe some people, most people just simply do not care. They do not care what he did and that he admitted to it, and they simply just want to watch the doc stream. The conclusion is, and the point of this is that it scares me that more people are watching him now than they did before. We're over here screaming about Jeffrey Epstein and his client list, and on the other hand, you got this guy over here admitting to participating in certain acts like that, but then you got a lot of people viewing him. You got more people viewing him now than they did before. It's fucking ridiculous. Whatever the reason is that more people are watching him now than they did before, it's scary, and it's not even funny. And like I said, he might be right. Maybe the messages leaned a little bit too inappropriate. Maybe he's right, and he did plant the minor text trying to bait the journalists, which either way, if his defenses on this are 100% legitimate, so you're not a fucking PDF file, you're a guy that's admitted to it. How is that any better? If someone was like joking around with you, not even joking, but like they were like, yeah, I inappropriately text kids. Like, just think of, you don't have to think of this on a grand scale. Think of it on a personal level. If this was somebody sitting next to you and they told you this, would you fucking talk to them? Would you keep them around? Or would you go and take them out shopping and shower them and provide them with money and a fucking attention like we're doing in our society right now for Dr. Disrespect? We need to do a self-assessment of what the fuck we're doing out here. It pisses me off because I was a victim of this type of stuff. So I do have something to say about it, and it's fucking annoying. And I think if you're defending him, you're probably a piece of shit. I will talk to you guys next time. I'm gonna just end it like that. Peace easy.